All right, Eagle Nation, we are getting closer to the big game, and last night the Birds took the stage for Media Night. We'll hear what guys like Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, and Nick Sirianni had to say about this upcoming game. Also, we'll hear from the other side, the Chiefs responding to allegations about the favorable calls from the referees. And although we're focused on the big game, a domino has dropped, and sources think Howie Roseman could be on the verge of pulling off another blockbuster trade this offseason. So we'll give our opinions on that. But welcome into A to Z Philly. I'm RB. Do me a favor, like this video, go down below and subscribe to the channel. I want to say thank you all so much for helping us get to 10,000 subscribers. I've been on vacation the last couple days, but it really means so much. That was our far-stretched goal at the beginning of the year. And here we are, 10K, onwards and upwards. And we're not done yet. Let's see if the Eagles can finish off this season with their big goal as well. And we'll start it off with Kellen Moore, who, according to Adam Schefter, has sidestepped the Saints coaching talks and is focused on the upcoming Super Bowl matchup against the Chiefs. Kellen Moore, thank you so much. Thank you for not being another Jonathan Gannon, not going out there the night before and, doing whatever, going on an interview, maybe having a dinner, a lunch, partying. I don't know what he did, but he wasn't focused, and that's why Mahomes torched the Eagles in the third and fourth quarter and won that game. Gannon wasn't focused. Kellen Moore is not from the same cloth. He's like, you know what? Screw that. I'm focusing on the big game because I want to go out there and win. And another guy that wants to go out there and win badly is Brandon Graham. We've talked about all of the crazy storylines, right? Andy Reid, Nick Sirianni, Hurts and Mahomes again. Even Carson Wentz, who they talked to last night, said he doesn't have a lot of bad blood or anything like that, but wishes it had gone differently, right? And knew how good Jalen was when he got there. We could talk about all those storylines. I think the best one is if BG can come back and finalize his career, top it off with another big win in his final game. And the Eagles did activate his practice window while I was gone, so we didn't get to talk about that. But BG talked to the media last night. He said he is excited to play in the game, needs to see how the week goes, but John Clark says it sounds like he's going to try to make his return. So how many snaps can he play? I don't think anybody's ever come back that quick from a torn tricep. But if this is the final moment of your career and, you get to come back and try to make a big play, sure. I don't want him to take away, quality snaps if he's not 100%. And knowing the guy he is, I don't think he would do that. But we'll see what Vic Fangio has in store. We'll see if he's able to suit up. Because, again, you got to take somebody else out of that spot in order to give him a roster spot. So we'll see what happens. And staying on the edge rusher topic, how about Josh Sweat? Josh Sweat actually changed his agents last night, which is very odd, right? During the Super Bowl week, everybody's focused on the game. Josh Sweat goes out there and he makes an agent change as he is about to be a free agent this offseason. And pretty much his representation, or his new one, said, this guy's really good. He had 8 sacks. He led the team. And although this team may not be predicated on dominant pass rushers, he's been a part of a really good defense, and he deserves to be paid. So Josh Sweat's looking to make top dollar. Who knows if the Birds will be able to retain him, but he says, quote, it's the biggest moment of my life. And I agree. That's true. Make sure you get all the value that you're worth, especially if the Eagles win. You're going to get a big-time payday, and I respect him for that. And let's say Josh Sweat leaves. Let's say that the Birds need to be looking around for another good pass rusher. Well, thankfully, in this past weekend, I don't know, maybe the best one in the game requests a trade. Myles Garrett putting out a statement saying how much he's loved the Cleveland Browns, but ultimately he wants to win. And the last 8 years of his life have not involved a lot of winning. And he says that he is requesting a trade and wants to compete and win a Super Bowl. So could the Eagles actually pull off a big-time move this offseason? I know we want to stay focused on this game, but this is interesting stuff, man. And a few years ago, I believe this was during a joint practice, here was a real-life quote about Myles Garrett and possibly playing for the Eagles at one point in the future. Quote, everybody would love to play for Philly. Down the line, you never know. Maybe I'll play for Philly. Can't rule anything out. So, could Howie Roseman go out and make a big-time move for Myles Garrett? First off, this guy is one of the best in the game, right? He is a 4-time first-team All-Pro. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler in 7-8 seasons. And every year since his rookie year, he has had double-digit sacks. Sure, early on he had a little bit of attitude concerns. He was crazy swinging his helmet. I don't care. This guy would fit Philadelphia like a glove. He would be perfect. His attitude has been great. He has matured. and he just goes out there and makes play after play after play. And I think everybody thought this year, without Hassan Reddick, might be tough not having a dominant pass rusher. And sure, they made the Bryce Huff move, didn't work out. They're going to try to move him this offseason. But man, if you could ever get your hands on Myles Garrett and he would have interest in playing here, could you imagine him with this defense who's still building and might even be better in the future? I mean, this would be an insane move. And here was a mock trade that was already put out on Twitter. They said Myles Garrett and a 6th-rounder to the Eagles for 2 firsts and a 5th-round pick. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right now. Would you do this trade? To me, it is a no-brainer. I know people are going to look at the 1st-round picks and this and that. Listen, man, if you can guarantee getting a dominant game changer like Myles Garrett and giving up a couple draft picks, you absolutely do it because he is most likely going to be better than anybody you pick up in the draft, where you're at in the draft. And you know what? He is just one of the best, maybe the best in the game. And you just don't pass up on that opportunity. Sure, you want to extend him, you want to sign him, things like that. But he said it before. He wants to be here, and seeing the success of this team, why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't he want to be here at some point in the future? So I think this is a no-brainer. I would absolutely do this trade. Shoot, I'll throw in Bryce Huff as well. And I think if Howie Roseman really has a chance to do this offseason, he's going to do it and he's going to pull it off. I can't put anything past him, and he's the type of GM that will make this splash move. So the fans, everybody's got to keep putting pressure on this as we move forward. I think this would be an insane move, but let me know your thoughts down below. Okay, let's talk about this game a little bit because the media night was on last night. I had just hopped off a plane, and I actually forgot that they don't do media day. Like, I know a couple years ago we did media night, but it's not really like a publicized event anymore. It's only streamed, and to be honest, it stinks now. I wish they would go back to the old format. But anyway, here's one good quote from Jalen Hurts last night about losing a couple years ago to the Chiefs. He says, quote, "It lit a flame, lit a fire in me. I've learned so much. It's the same as any other game. I think the moments are the moments, but ultimately every game has its lesson, good, bad, or indifferent. So just being able to become wiser, grow, and mature and take all the lessons in for the next season and the next games, it's a great driving force. It lit a flame, lit a fire in me. To have the opportunity again is exactly what you work for." Great mindset, mature guy, always a great person. And, seeing him walk off that field a couple years ago, seeing him in that post-game presser, you could feel the pain. You could feel the hurt. And I don't think he is going to come out here and make the same mistake with that fumble that he did. He played an excellent game, but he's going to be tip-top shape. He's going to be perfect, ready to go. I can't wait to see it. And this is why I don't watch the media night. This is why I didn't watch a lot of it, because I started to hear questions like this. Reporter says, "Jalen, how can I get more handsome? My girl says you're the most handsome quarterback in the league. Do you have any advice? I'm desperate, anything." And Jalen says, "I don't know if I can help you out there." Sounds like a DNA thing. What a response by Jalen Hurts, just coming back and flipping it like that. I mean, what do you want him to say? This is media night, media week. We want to know about the game. We don't care about how handsome Jalen Hurts is, no offense. But come on, man. Come on. You got to ask some real questions. And here is the picture of Hurts, Mahomes. Like I said, they try to make it like a whole show display now, which I don't like at all. Like, take us back to the Marshawn Lynch, "I'm here so I don't get fined" days. Those were way better, having a whole afternoon to do media day. But anyway, Saquon Barkley was asked, funny enough, by Jameis Winston, who should sign me in free agency. He says, "I think the Giants need a quarterback right now." And in a since-deleted tweet, Saquon Barkley clarified, saying, he thought that the Giants would be a good situation, that the coaching staff would get him right and use him well. But people are trying to take this out of context. But this is the type of crap that was being put on display at the media night or media show. I just don't like it. But here's Nick Wright, who says that Saquon will not destroy the Chiefs. They are too well coached and they are too good at tackling. What Saquon has done, that will not happen. Keep in mind, this is the same Nick Wright who said at the beginning of the season that Saquon signing would have no impact, he would be a non-factor, and that he would not be that good this season. That's what Nick Wright said. He then backed off on that a couple weeks ago and is now trying to not look wrong again. That's what these national analysts do. And when Saquon does it again in the bowl, this guy will be crying about something with the Chiefs, etc., and won't give him his credit. Now, DeVonta Smith knows a thing or two about playing in championships. He has played at them in every level of his career. As he says, every level of my life I've played in a championship. Obviously, wins the Heisman. He wins the national championship. DeVonta Smith is a baller, and he's going to come out here, and he's ready for this moment, man. I like that about this team. I feel like not a lot phases the guys on this team, and they're used to this moment. And, now they want to cap it off with a big win. So we'll see what happens. And the Chiefs were asked about the referees. So was Roger Goodell. He was asked about public perception that the refs are favoring the Chiefs. He says that's a ridiculous theory for anyone who might take it seriously. But at the end of the day, it's something we always have to continue to work on. How do we make our officiating better? Well, I'll tell you how, but let's hear from Travis Kelce, because he was asked if he could ask the media one question, what would it be? And he said, why are you guys leaning into the whole ref thing? I don't know, Travis. Maybe because Patrick Mahomes takes one step out of bounds, maybe gets grazed a little bit, or I don't know, blown away by the wind, or somebody breathes on him and they call a 15-yarder every time. Maybe that's why. And that's really one of my main concerns about this game. I don't want it to be close because I'm afraid of a PI or a holding or something like that in a crucial situation, because they want to see the Chiefs get the three-peat. They want it for the storylines and all that. So let's blow this team out. And Travis, you need to wake up with some awareness, my guy. I like you as a person, but come on, it's pretty obvious. And then a reporter asked Travis what he loves more, Taylor Swift or phantom 15-yard roughing the passers. Once again, not really a professional question. I don't know why they let everybody in now with this thing, but Travis Kelce clearly did not enjoy the question and got mad, and that is what media night has become. But nonetheless, I am so pumped for this game. I think the Eagles have the advantage in every way. We'll break down the matchups later this week. Been watching some things back, and as the days go on, I just feel more and more confident that the Eagles are going to make this happen. What do you think, though? Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you feel confident that the Birds will get this win? Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Tap into BetMGM Casino, and you're entering a huge library full of exclusive games. Games you won't find anywhere else. Looking for jackpots? Right this way. You'll always find someone ready to give you a hand. Or some dice. Your favorite game is waiting for you. On BetMGM Casino.